She's not hard to love, she's just hard to fool. Welcome to the Sigma Lady, where we say what others are too scared to admit. Sigma women aren't just independent, they are uncontainable. You don't blend in, you don't beg for attention, and you don't tolerate mediocrity, especially not in relationships. So, who's the kind of man that can hold space next to a Sigma woman without flinching, without controlling, and without trying to dim her flame? We're not talking about cliches here, not alpha males or soft-spoken romantics. We're talking about a rare breed, a man who doesn't need to be bigger than you to stand beside you. This video breaks down the 20 traits only the realest, strongest, and rarest men carry, the ones who can actually handle a Sigma woman. And we're going deep. No surface-level fluff, just raw insight. Before we dive in, if you're a Sigma lady, hit subscribe and stay plugged into a channel built for your energy. And if you want to support what I'm doing, consider buying me a coffee. The link's in the description and pinned comment. Let's keep this content raw, real, and rolling. 1. The mirror with no fear. A Sigma female doesn't just bring confidence, she brings raw presence. She'll show up as she is, unapologetic and whole. Most men find that intimidating, but he doesn't. He mirrors her without fear. This man is emotionally unshakable. When a Sigma woman expresses intensity, not chaos, not drama, just unfiltered truth, most men backpedal or try to fix it. He doesn't. He reflects, he receives, he allows. This isn't weakness. This is next-level self-awareness. He's done enough inner work to know that when a strong woman steps into her full energy, it's not a threat, it's an invitation, and he accepts. He can hold space without grabbing control. He can observe without reacting, and he can absorb your depth without trying to drown it in shallow comfort. Where other men would say, "You're too much," he says, "I see you." He doesn't reduce you, he recognizes you. 2. Emotionally fluent, not fragile. He doesn't crumble when emotions rise, his or yours. A Sigma woman needs someone who can swim deep. She lives in a world of intense introspection, silent resilience, and layered emotions. A fragile man will see this as turbulence. But the right man, he speaks the same language. Emotional fluency means he can label his emotions, process them, and express them without turning cold or cruel. He doesn't weaponize silence. He doesn't lash out. He doesn't need to be taught emotional intelligence. He already owns it. He knows how to navigate tension, how to sit in discomfort, and how to choose peace over ego. This doesn't make him passive. It makes him dangerously composed. You'll never have to carry his unhealed baggage. He doesn't confuse vulnerability with weakness. When you cry, he doesn't panic. When you challenge him, he doesn't shut down. He listens. He evolves. He's got emotional armor, but no walls. 3. Presence over performance. This man's power doesn't come from being the loudest in the room. It comes from being the most present. He doesn't need to dominate conversations, boast about achievements, or show off success. His calm energy commands more respect than noise ever could. A Sigma woman sees through performance. She isn't fooled by shallow charm. She tunes into vibe, not volume, and he gets that. When he's with you, not scrolling, not checking out, not performing, fully locked in. That kind of presence is magnetic. It's rare. It tells you he's not chasing validation. He's anchored in who he is. No facades, no masks, just real presence. He doesn't feel the need to prove he's the man. He just is. You feel his strength in the silence between his words, in the way he holds eye contact, in the way he shows up consistently. He's not flashy, he's focused. 4. Zero interest in control. The wrong man will try to shrink a Sigma woman to feel big. He'll critique, manipulate, or use guilt to control. But the right one, he has zero interest in control because he has full control over himself. He doesn't fear your independence. He respects it. He doesn't want to own your time, your choices, or your mind. He wants to walk beside you, not leash you. He sees your power and doesn't try to tame it. He wants you to grow, even if that means growing in directions he can't predict. That's not threatening to him. That's exciting. This man doesn't operate from insecurity. He doesn't need to be the boss. He knows leadership isn't about dominance. It's about stability, clarity, and support. He leads when needed, steps back when wise, and always protects your freedom. 5. Spine of steel, ego in check. This is the rarest combo of all, inner strength with no ego bloat. He doesn't crumble under pressure, but he also doesn't explode under challenge. He's got a spine of steel, not arrogance. You can tell him the hard truth, and he'll lean in. You can succeed in front of him, and he'll smile instead of sulk. His identity isn't built on fragile pride. He doesn't need to be right all the time. He listens. He adjusts. But don't mistake humility for softness. This man has boundaries like fortresses. He knows who he is. He doesn't question his masculinity because a woman beside him is fierce. He steps back when it serves the mission. He steps forward when the moment demands courage. He doesn't swing between silence and rage. He chooses emotional regulation. That's what makes him powerful. That's what makes him safe. 6. He's got a world of his own. A Sigma woman doesn't need to be someone's whole world. She needs a man who has a world of his own, rich, complex, and full of meaning. She doesn't want to be the sun around which everything else orbits. She wants 2 full lives walking side by side. This man doesn't look for fulfillment in someone else. He has purpose, vision, mission. His identity is not someone's boyfriend. It's builder, thinker, creator. He doesn't ask you to complete him. He comes complete. He doesn't cling when you're busy. He respects your grind because he's grinding too. You both have your lanes, your empires, your chaos, but you choose to meet in the middle. That's the difference. He's not looking for a woman to make his life exciting. His life already is exciting. That's why he doesn't project his emptiness onto you. You're not his escape from boredom. You're not his rehab. You're not his project. You're his partner. This man can spend time alone without spiraling. He can support you without needing constant access. He understands that space doesn't mean disconnection. It means trust. A man with a world of his own doesn't resent your ambition. He mirrors it. He doesn't get anxious when you succeed. He gets energized. And when you reconnect after days of chasing goals, it's not clingy, it's electric. 7. Unshakable integrity. Trust isn't a request, it's a requirement. For the Sigma female, integrity is everything, and he doesn't just talk about it, he lives it. This man's words and actions match, always. He doesn't ghost. He doesn't manipulate. He doesn't say, "I'll call," and disappear. His consistency is his confidence. Even when no one's watching, he keeps his word. If he makes a promise, it's as good as done. He doesn't bail when things get complicated. He doesn't shift blame. If he messes up, he owns it. No defensiveness, no dodging, just full accountability. Sigma women don't tolerate flaky energy. They don't have time for mixed signals, and he knows that. That's why he shows up real every time. This man doesn't twist truth to protect his image. He speaks clearly. He doesn't ghost when things get deep. He stays, he listens, he deals. You never have to decode his behavior. He's not a puzzle, he's solid ground. When he says he respects you, he proves it through action. Not promises, not pretty words, but follow through. You don't question where you stand. He makes it clear. His integrity isn't a performance, it's his baseline. 8. Wild respect, no pedestals. He doesn't idolize you. He respects you, deeply, fiercely. But he doesn't place you on some pedestal where you can't be human. A lot of men can't handle a powerful woman without trying to worship or weaken her. He does neither. He stands eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, equal footing. This isn't about submission or domination. It's about mutual recognition. He respects your intellect, your grind, your solitude, but he doesn't act like you're perfect. He respects your flaws, too. He'll call you out when needed, gently but clearly. He sees your strength, but won't hesitate to challenge your blind spots, and that's what makes him rare. He's strong enough to tell you the truth without making it a power play. There's no entitlement in him. No, I deserve you because I'm a good guy. He doesn't operate from expectation. He leads with effort. This man doesn't try to own your time, body, or choices. He respects your autonomy. He loves your fire but doesn't try to tame it. He doesn't seek to change you. He seeks to understand you. And because of that, your respect for him grows naturally, because it's mirrored. 9. Not afraid to be outshined. Some men can't handle a woman shining brighter. Their ego takes it personally. But this man? He's got no fear of your success. If you win, he claps, first and loudest. He doesn't compete, he compliments. There's no scoreboard in the relationship. He doesn't get quieter when you get louder. He gets prouder. When you're in your element, leading, building, creating, he doesn't get threatened. He gets inspired. He watches you thrive and sees possibility, not rivalry. He doesn't see your shine as his shadow. He sees your shine as a light you both benefit from. And when he's in the spotlight, he invites you in instead of hogging it. This kind of man isn't insecure. He's aligned. And because of that, you can both rise. No holding back, no dumbing down, no walking on eggshells. He doesn't just tolerate your strength, he celebrates it. And because of that, you never feel like you have to shrink. 10. Quiet competence. He's the kind of man who gets things done without announcing it. He's not loud, he's capable. You don't need to chase him to fix problems, solve challenges, or step up. He's already moving. Sigma women don't respond to empty talk. They respect action, and he knows that. He doesn't flood your ears with promises. He shows you who he is by what he does, not what he says. He can navigate life with maturity, handle conflict without escalation, repair a door or an emotional rupture with the same calm presence. Quiet competence is rare because it's subtle, but it's magnetic. It creates safety. You trust him because he's reliable. You admire him because he doesn't need to perform. He's confident in his lane, but humble. He doesn't explain how capable he is. He proves it by living it. And when you're with him, the weight of the world feels lighter. Not because he carries it for you, but because he knows how to walk beside you through the heavy. 11. Unseduced by validation. One of the most dangerous men you'll ever meet, the one who doesn't chase attention. He's unseduced by validation. He doesn't need applause, followers, or compliments to know his worth, and that's exactly why he's powerful. A Sigma woman thrives in solitude. She respects privacy, independence, and focus, so she can't pair with someone addicted to approval. She needs a man who doesn't care about impressing the crowd. He's focused on impact, not optics. This man isn't scrolling through social media fishing for likes. He's not crafting his identity to be liked. He's living it, raw and real. And when he's with you, he's not performing. He's present. Because he doesn't rely on external praise, he's more grounded in his own compass. He knows what matters. He doesn't shift his values based on trends. He doesn't flip-flop under pressure. His identity is stable because it's not up for sale. This is the kind of man who can sit through silence without anxiety, who can go unnoticed in a room and still feel powerful, who can support your wins without making them about him. He's not threatened by your shine. He doesn't need your admiration to function, but when he earns it, he treasures it, not as a trophy, but as truth. 12th, battle-tested, not bitter. Every strong man has faced pain, but not every man has grown from it. The one who can stand beside a Sigma female isn't just experienced. He's battle-tested, and yet he's not bitter. He's taken hits, career loss, heartbreak, failure, but he didn't harden into resentment. He sharpened into wisdom. This man has known rejection, but it didn't destroy his confidence. It refined it. He's not afraid of starting over. He's not paralyzed by past mistakes. He's powered by them. He doesn't blame the world. He owns his role. That's why you'll never hear him saying, all women are the same. He doesn't live in generalizations. He sees people, not projections. Because of this, he can hold space for your complexity. He doesn't need you to be easy or predictable. He's been through storms, and you don't scare him. He doesn't carry the emotional bruises of boys who never matured. He's done the work. Therapy, solitude, self-discipline, whatever it took to heal. He didn't avoid his pain, he faced it. And that's why he's not just strong, he's safe. 13. He challenges without threatening. A Sigma woman doesn't want a yes man. She wants a man with a spine, one who can challenge her without threatening her. This man doesn't argue to win, he challenges to elevate. He doesn't confuse disagreement with disrespect. And when he calls you out, it's not from ego, it's from care. He won't let you self-sabotage. He won't co-sign your excuses. He won't nod just to keep the peace. He'll push back, lovingly, intelligently, and fearlessly. Because he respects you, he holds you accountable. He won't let you shrink. He'll tell you when you're wrong, but he won't weaponize it. He won't rub it in. He won't gloat. This is a man who helps you grow, who feeds your evolution, who challenges you because he believes in what you can become, not because he needs to dominate the moment. He's not insecure when you challenge him back either. He welcomes it. He's not looking for power plays. He's building power with you. 14. He trusts the silence. To love a Sigma female, a man must be fluent in silence. Not the cold kind, the sacred kind. This man doesn't panic when you go quiet. He doesn't flood you with texts asking, "Are you mad?" He trusts the pause. He knows that solitude is your sanctuary, not a threat. He doesn't need to fill every moment with talk. He's not uncomfortable in quiet rooms. He doesn't fear emotional space. He sees the value in it. He knows that silence isn't absence, it's depth, and he doesn't try to decode your every breath. He gives you room to think, feel, breathe, because he's done the same for himself. He honors your inner life, your stillness, your mystery. He doesn't demand access to your thoughts. He respects that some things live inside you for a reason. That kind of trust builds intimacy, not distance. And when you do speak, he listens, really listens, without interruption, without fixing, without judgment. That's a different level of connection, one built not just on words, but on understanding. Sigma ladies, remember this. The man strong enough to walk beside you won't ask you to shrink. He'll expand with you. He won't fear your power. He'll mirror it. He won't dim your light. He'll add to it. And he'll never ask you to choose between your truth and your relationship. Because he knows when a Sigma woman is free, she's unstoppable. And when she's loved right, she's unmatched. So don't settle. Don't edit yourself. Don't downplay your fire just to keep a seat at someone else's table. Build your own table and wait for the man strong enough to bring something real to it. If this video spoke to your spirit, hit that subscribe and drop your thoughts below. And if you want to help keep this content bold, unfiltered, and independent, you can buy me a coffee at the link in the description and pinned comment. Until next time, stay untamed, stay sharp, and never apologize for walking like the ground belongs to you. This is the Sigma Lady, signing off.